Welcome back to Voice of Africa, your home for powerful stories, bold insights, and the unapologetic truth from across our continent. Today, we bring you a story that's not just inspiring, it's historic. A story that signals the awakening of a new era in Africa. One driven not by charity or foreign aid, but by determination, courage, and an unshakable belief in our own capabilities. What we're witnessing in Burkina Faso right now is nothing short of revolutionary. While the world's attention is focused elsewhere on endless crises, failing economies, and uncertain leadership, something remarkable is taking root in West Africa. A vision is being built, brick by brick, not to impress outsiders, but to empower the people of the land. That vision is called Renaissance City. And it is more than a development project. It is a bold statement to the world that Africa will define its own future, and that future starts now. Under the leadership of President Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso is taking a decisive step away from dependency. The country is no longer waiting for loans, permissions, or external partnerships that come wrapped in conditions and compromises. Instead, it is investing in its own people, its own resources, and its own future. It is choosing sovereignty over subservience, action over appeals, and dignity over debt. The Renaissance City isn't funded by international banks or foreign governments. It's not part of a donor initiative or an aid package. No foreign signatures appear on its blueprints. It is funded by Africa, built by Africans, and designed to serve Africans. And that alone makes it a revolutionary act. For far too long, development on this continent has been shaped by others. Large infrastructure projects, housing schemes, and even basic social services were often dictated by external players, promising development while quietly maintaining control. We've seen how these arrangements drain our economies, enrich outside contractors, and leave local workers behind. That pattern is being broken. Burkina Faso is building 50,000 new homes. But more than that, it is building confidence. It is sending a powerful message to young Africans. You do not need to look abroad for opportunity. Your future is here. Your strength is here. Your destiny is here. And just as importantly, this project is being carried out in full view of the people. There's transparency, accountability, and a sense of ownership that's been missing for too long in many large-scale ventures. This is not a vanity project. It's a people's project. Before we go further, we want to thank every one of you, our loyal subscribers and members, for walking this journey with us. Your encouragement fuels our work. Your likes, shares, and comments give strength to this movement of honest, African-centered storytelling. If you find value in what we do, please consider supporting us through the Super Thanks feature. It helps us grow and stay independent, just like Burkina Faso is doing on the ground. Now let's take a deeper look at why Renaissance City matters. For decades, the dominant narrative has been that Africa cannot move forward without outside help, that we must rely on foreign consultants, foreign investors, and foreign institutions to tell us what's possible, that our economies must fit into models created elsewhere. That myth is collapsing. Renaissance City shows that we can finance our own projects, that we can harness our own talents, that we can build without begging, and most importantly, that development does not need to come at the cost of our sovereignty. This is not just about construction, it's about rewriting the rules. It's about defining progress not by foreign metrics, but by the quality of life our people experience. For decades, we've been told to chase numbers, GDP, credit ratings, investor confidence. But what about homes, jobs, dignity? That's what Renaissance City delivers: shelter, employment, and a sense of belonging. It offers hope, not headlines. It offers substance, not spectacle. And the timing could not be more significant. As global institutions stumble under the weight of their own contradictions, as economic models designed elsewhere fail to serve even their creators, a space is opening for new ideas, ideas rooted in African realities. Renaissance City is one such idea. It's not based on extraction, but on contribution. It's not a monument to political power. It's a platform for community resilience. We know this path won't be easy. Building a new city from scratch, with limited resources and against a backdrop of global skepticism, is a mammoth task. But Burkina Faso is showing that resolve matters more than resources, that unity can overcome uncertainty, that a clear vision can outshine all doubt. This effort is already stirring conversations beyond Burkina Faso's borders. Across Africa, leaders and citizens alike are watching closely. They're asking, if they can do it, why can't we? Why should we continue to outsource our futures when we have the manpower, the materials, and the minds to do it ourselves? The old model is being challenged, and not with words, but with bulldozers, concrete, and community. Renaissance City is not a dream. It's already under construction. People are working. Foundations are being laid. This is not theory. This is reality. And it's catching fire. We're entering an era where African development no longer needs to be reactive. We don't have to wait for crises to spark reforms. We can act proactively, boldly, and independently. What Burkina Faso is doing could very well be the blueprint for a broader continental transformation. In a sense, Renaissance City is symbolic. It represents more than housing. It represents the reawakening of African confidence, the reassertion of African agency, the reimagining of what's possible when we believe in ourselves. And for those who still cling to outdated assumptions about Africa's role in the world, this project serves as a wake-up call. The days of exploitation disguised as partnership are ending. The days of external control over internal affairs are numbered. Africa is standing up, not with aggression, but with assertion. It's not about isolation. It's about integration on our terms, cooperation with mutual respect, partnerships without domination. And that shift in mindset is perhaps the most powerful change of all. Just imagine what becomes possible if this model spreads. If more countries begin to mobilize their own resources, prioritize their own people, and refuse deals that strip them of their autonomy. If African engineers, architects, and planners are empowered to shape the landscapes of their own nations, if public wealth is used to serve the public good, the future wouldn't just be different, it would be unrecognizable. Renaissance City is not an end. It's a beginning, a seed planted in the soil of Pan-African renewal, a lighthouse for a continent that's ready to take control of its journey. And let's be honest, the stakes couldn't be higher. Our youth are watching. The next generation is paying attention to how we respond in this moment. Will we keep walking the same path, hoping for different results? Or will we dare to forge a new road, one paved with our own ideas and aspirations? Burkina Faso has chosen the latter, and in doing so, it has lit a fire of hope, a fire of pride, a fire of transformation. So what can you do? First, share this story. Let others know that something historic is happening. Let's shift the narrative from one of despair to one of determination. Let's remind the world and ourselves that Africa is not broken. It's breaking free. Second, support platforms like Voice of Africa that are committed to telling these stories with truth and clarity. When you support us, through likes, comments, and super thanks, you're not just helping us grow, you're helping keep the flame of African agency alive. Third, stay informed and engaged. Follow what's happening in Burkina Faso. Learn from it. Talk about it. Build on it. Because Renaissance City isn't just Burkina Faso's project, it's Africa's project. We are living through a turning point in history. And each of us has a role to play. Burkina Faso has taken the first step. Now it's up to the rest of us to follow, not blindly, but boldly, to dream bigger, build better, and believe deeper. So thank you again from all of us here at Voice of Africa. Thank you for being part of this journey. Thank you for refusing to settle for the stories others tell about us. Thank you for helping us tell our own. The Renaissance is real, it's here, and it belongs to all of us. Until next time, stay proud, stay focused, and above all, stay African. Stay